Recording in progress.
Court's going to call 22 CRI 189 State of Ohio versus Stanley Gardner. Matters before the court for a status conference. We are conducting that by remote video. The defendant is appearing remotely, as is his attorney, Donald Wick. On behalf of the State of Ohio is Ashland County Prosecuting Attorney Christopher Tunnell and Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Mike Callow. The last time we were in court, there was some discussion about potentially resolving this case. Mr. Wick, I did receive an email that you had sent to the state and the court indicating that there is no resolution. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Court has previously set the matter for trial on July 9th, 2024. My intention to proceed on that date. Mr. Wick, there has been some discussion throughout about expert reports. Have you received your report and provided that?
I have not. As a matter of fact, Your Honor, the individual that I had anticipated using, Dr. Jansen, due to his personal reasons, cannot proceed with this. So I am reaching out to a Dr. Tilley out of Columbus to get verification and cost sheet. I've explained to him and I've also reached out to a Dr. Mangus out of Cincinnati, explaining to him the time frame, the court keeping the July dates, whether or not they can prepare those reports and have those reports by June 1st.
And have you gotten a response?
I have not. No, that's what I've asked both of them. I've not gotten a response back yet, Your Honor. My understanding is that Dr. Tilley, who I have spoken directly to him, feels that he can. I'm just waiting to get written confirmation.
You muted yourself.
Jansen.
The last I heard, you said Dr. Jansen thought he could, but you were waiting for confirmation.
No, Dr. Jansen has some personal reasons that he's relocated, and he has personal reasons that he really hasn't done any work on the case, and that was part of my reason for seeking someone else out.
Okay, but you have spoken to somebody who indicated
Dr. Tilley out of Columbus, and I'm waiting for word back from him, getting written confirmation.
And Mr. Tunnell, your expert. Well, the court's ordered that your expert be allowed to evaluate the defendant.
Right.
Yeah, Your Honor, I had asked back after the last pre-trial. I had sent a communication to counsel about a date that would have been next week for that meeting. I heard nothing back in reply. That date is not available at this point for my expert. The state is kind of frankly tired of trying to communicate on this matter. My expert is available May 9th at 9 a.m. or May 16th at 9 a.m. And I would ask the court to pick one of those days and order that the defendant be available for transport to the county sheriff's office at that date and time so that we can complete our business in that regard.
Does your expert need the defense expert's report before they do the evaluation?
No.
Mr. Wick, do you have any input?
I have no objection, Your Honor, as long as the only thing is, Mr. Gardner, do you have any doctor's appointments in either of those dates?
Not at this time that I'm aware of.
Okay, well, then I need you, Mr. Tunnell, pick a date, and I'll have Mr. Gardner make sure that he has no doctor's appointments on that date.
Would you run those dates by me again? I'll look on my calendar.
May 9.
No, that's fine.
Then May 9th is the date, Your Honor. We'll arrange transport. If the court would go ahead and issue a written order to that effect, I would appreciate it.
At 9 o'clock?
Is defense counsel waiving presence at that interview?
Chris, I'll check. I've got something. I want to move it. I'd like to be there, but I'm not going to interfere if my court commitments do not allow me to be there.
Court is going to order that the defendant appear at the Ashland County Sheriff's Office on May 9th at 9 a.m. Mr. Tennell, you indicated you will arrange transportation from the defendant's house to the sheriff's office.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Gardner, if you, for whatever reason, do not appear for that, I will consider that a violation of your bond and I will revoke your bond and you'll sit in the jail and then we will be able to evaluate you at that point.
Well, just to be clear, am I to be there, get there by myself, or are they picking me up?
They are going to pick you up.
Okay.
Council, foresee any motions that'll be filed that'll need a hearing?
Don't believe so, Your Honor.
No, not at this time, Your Honor.
Is there anything further we can do today, Mr. Tennell?
Not from our perspective, no. Thank you.
Mr. Wick?
Your Honor, there's nothing we can do, but as I indicated in my email, due to my client's health, I have requested him to obtain a letter from his doctor if there are any other special medical requirements that may be necessary for his physical appearance in the courtroom.
Okay, well, I will expect that to be filed with the court well in advance if there are.
Yeah, that's why I need the letter to see if there is anything to submit to the court. Mr. Gardner and I discussed that last night, and he's going to be obtaining a letter for me.
An expectation of some
Your Honor,
accommodation.
I know that one of the issues would be frequent breaks. The other is some swelling in the leg relative to whether or not how he is to sit or breaks or things of that nature, along with the oxygen.
The other potential issue, gentlemen, is this trial is set to begin at the tail end of what the expectation is for courtroom repair for the courtroom here at the courthouse. It's right at the end, so I would assume that we are going to be trying this case over in the temporary courtroom at Job and Family Services. I guess I would advise you to check with us closer or whenever you go to issue your subpoenas to see if we have any clearer picture of where we'll be so that the subpoena can be accurate. Anything further, Mr. Tennell?
No, sir.
Mr. Wick?
I have nothing, Your Honor.
All right, gentlemen, this matter will be in recess. Thank you.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.